It is summertime, and that means grilling. We have 3 easy sauces to dip your grilled stuff in. So the first one, you might want to call this honey mustard, but there's no honey in it because, you know, plant-based honey isn't kind of thing. So the first ingredient is actually going to be, believe it or not, tofu. That's right, Morinu tofu. Because we looked up a lot of different recipes for honey mustard sauces, and they actually had like milk and mayonnaise and things like that in them. So I understand where they're coming from. Not really the way I'd want to do it completely, but I'm going to use a little. And this is the way I open the Morinu packages. Cut off 1 wing from the bottom and then the 2 on the top. See all that liquid coming out? You don't need that liquid. You don't want that. It's kind of nasty. And then I cut across the top and the whole thing should slide right out. Of course, it never does on camera nicely. You know, seriously, you start up a camera, nah, it's like the world just knows. Okay, there's some in the bottom here. I'm not going to waste that. But the good thing is we're going to be blending up this Morinu anyway, so I don't really care that it came out, you know, in pieces. For that, I'm going to use my NutriBullet, and I want about 3 ounces of this Morinu, so it's about 1/4 of the block. And, you know, can I have a spoon?
Absolutely.
Spoon's going to be a lot easier than a spatula. I don't know what I was thinking when I got out the spatula, but hey, you know, live and learn, right? And just, I'm eyeballing the amount. About 1/4 of the whole is what I need. Something like that. It's going to add a little creaminess, and it's going to add a little more substance to it. And then the mustard. Need a lot of mustard.
Today we're going to be using golden spicy brown because it happens to be one of Brian's favorite mustards.
Yep. I was thinking of using Dijon, but that might make this a little too spicy. Don't get the spicy brown confused. This isn't really spicy. It's not like a hot mustard at all. But you want a pretty good amount of it. About 1/4 cup, which is 4 tablespoons. 12 teaspoons. Looks about right. Adjust to taste. You don't have to be exact, okay?
Now we're going to counter that spiciness from the mustard with
dates. Instead of honey, I use dates. I have 8 of them here. Again, adjust for your own personal tastes.
Make sure they're pitted.
Yes. I probably should have checked that before they went in, but I know these are. If my blender starts making funny noises, we know I messed up. Then I'm just going to put the cap on, give it a little bit of a mix to get things off the top. It's kind of an important step. And then we blend and just get it going. Now I can tell 2 things already. First, my dates were actually pitted. Second, I need a little bit of liquid in there. Yeah, it would be way too thick the way it was. So maybe just like a tablespoon or 2 of water is all I really need. That's how I measure tablespoons of water. 2.5. And now we blend again. All right. I run it twice on the cycle, so it's like...
Sometimes it likes to squirt
builds
at
up
you.
some pressure. So it's like 3 minutes fully, but that breaks up the dates really nice. You can soak them too, and that helps. Opening very slowly, trying to sneak up on it so that it doesn't spit at me. There we go. Perfect. And, oh, look at that. And as you can see, we have this lovely jiggly sauce in there. Now, I just like to dip it in there. Oh, wow, that's really nice. Take a quick taste of that. This is like perfect for vegetables, seitan, stuff like that, tofu, whatever you want. You can marinate a tofu in this. You can coat it in it, and then when you grill it up. But now we're going to put this in a container so we can get on to sauce number 2. By the way, we have a 4th sauce that we've made on... Pardon me while I wait for my Instant Pot to finish beeping at me. And now on to our 2nd sauce, teriyaki. But before then, on the channel, we actually have another sauce that goes perfect with summer. It's called barbecue. You might have heard of it. I've done it several different times on the show. We actually have a dedicated video just for the barbecue sauce though.
I'll make sure to link that in the description below. So if you want to make your own barbecue sauce from scratch, just simply take a look.
Now for this, I'm going to use the NutriBullet again. And I need 6 dates this time instead of 8. And The next ingredient is a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. I happen to have tamari, so that's what I'm using today, but either one actually works well for this. And I call for a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna try to eyeball that, see if I can get it close. Yeah, that's about a 1/4 cup. Let's go with that story. I don't wanna be one of those people that, oh, I'm gonna use a tablespoon of this, and you put in like a 1/2 gallon. I don't like to be that way. Next.
Next is garlic powder.
How much?
1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Notice there is no onion powder in this one. Next.
A tablespoon of grated ginger.
All right, now I have a trick for ginger. I actually learned this from Mark on Sauce Staff. I take the ginger, wash it, and then I freeze it, as you can tell, because there's ice on it. And then use the grater of your choice, but I use the gradiator. That's what this is called, the gradiator. It's just a little grater. And what's awesome is you can literally just grate the frozen ginger right in. How much do I need?
You need 1 tablespoon.
Really? This is gonna take a while. Grating is my least favorite thing to do. I just wanna say that.
You might even say grating grates him.
The jokes don't get any better, folks. I'm sorry, they really don't. That's pretty much the height of the humor you're gonna find here. But if you like that sort of thing, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can see more. Okay. That's enough, whether it really is or not. The thing actually works really well. It's just kind of funny. Where did we get that? It's from Amazon.
It's from Amazon.
So there'll be a link in the description if you want your own gradiator. All right, what's next?
Next is water, a 1/4 cup.
Dry my hands off. Okay, 1/4 cup of water. And then
2 tablespoons of molasses.
molasses. This happens to be blackstrap, but you can use pretty much whatever you like. And I'm eyeballing the 2 tablespoons because molasses is it's a pain in the butt to work with. I'll just be honest. Because it's sticky, it gets everywhere. But there is a certain flavor that it adds that, I mean, let's be honest, this is an Americanized teriyaki sauce, okay? I don't think there is such a thing as teriyaki sauce in Asian cooking. I think it's literally an American invention. I'm just gonna, I don't wanna waste what's on there, so I'm gonna mix that around a little bit. Like I said, it's a pain in the butt to work with. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, once we get there, I'm gonna put the blades on and head on over to the NutriBullet. If you don't have a NutriBullet, you can use pretty much any blender for this one. You're gonna wanna go long enough that you completely obliterate those dates, okay? They will actually add to the texture of the sauce itself. But if you soak them like for several hours before you start or boil them, use that water that you soaked or boiled them in because it's leaching out some of the sugars, okay? And that can actually help to soften them up a little bit, but give it a quick shake. See over there. And we blend. All right, so just like before, I did 2 cycles this time. It seemed to blend really easily. Nice and slow. Got to sneak up on it, make sure that it doesn't spit at you. All right, we're good. Now, teriyaki is generally a looser sauce, so it's not going to be like this super thick thing. But let's just get a quick little tasty taste. Oh, it's sweet, it's sour, it's salty.
That's nice.
That's beautiful. That would be a great marinade for tofu.
Absolutely.
But I will probably just dip stuff in it and be totally happy. So we're gonna put this into a container. Be right back. And that brings us to our 3rd sauce, which is Horsey Sauce, also known as horseradish sauce. Now, this I actually really, really like. And we're gonna start with the rest of the Morinu package. Convenient, no? Anyway, so what we have here is about 7.5 ounces of Morinu tofu. If you wanted to use the whole package, you totally can, just up the other ingredients a little bit. I wanted to use 1 package for the whole thing because I know that the honey mustard didn't need that much. What, am I?
Unceremoniously just dump it all over the place.
That's how I do things. I didn't spill much. Okay, I spilled a little. And then
3 tablespoons of prepared horseradish.
Now, we get this at the grocery store. It's just a really nice, simple, ground up horseradish. It's not a creamed horseradish or anything like that. It's just prepared horseradish. And 3 tablespoons. Do it to your taste. This stuff can get kind of hot. I tend to really like it, so I use significant amounts of it. That's about right. And then,
Pardon me, but do you happen to have any Grey Poupon?
this is one of my latest discoveries. I know it's been around for a long time, but I'd never had it. And I kept seeing recipes calling for Dijon mustard. And I was like, come on, really? Why does it have to be But you know what? Now there are 2 kinds of mustard in the world. There is this one and Gulden's brown spicy mustard. So, yeah. How much do I need?
You need a tablespoon.
Tablespoon, thereabouts, you know. Try not to make too much of a mess. Next.
A half tablespoon of the garlic powder.
Okay. That's about half.
But I gave him the onion powder as a trick because you're also doing a half tablespoon of onion powder as well. So half of each.
So when you thought I was putting in garlic powder, I was really putting in onion powder. And now that you think I should be putting in onion powder, I'm really putting in garlic powder. Because Derica played a nasty trick on everyone. So either way that you do it is totally okay. You can put one in before the other, it doesn't matter. All right, next.
A half tablespoon of lemon juice.
Yep, I'm using the bottled stuff. If you want to use fresh, go for it. I need half a tablespoon. Do you know how much of a lemon that is? It's like nothing. If you look at it funny, you're gonna get half a tablespoon of juice out of it. So I don't need that much. Just for a little brightness. Just a little. Anything else?
That's it.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
And now we blend. All right, I just ran this through one cycle because there was no dates in this one, so it was a lot easier. But again, sneak up on it. There's a little squeak there. All right, this, oh wow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful and thick. Let's get a taste. Oh, you could smell the horseradish. That's good. That is just good.
So horsey.
It's horsey. So
That's nice.
we're gonna put that into a container too, and use these sauces on pretty much anything you like. You can cook with them, you can dip with them, whatever you want to do, it's all good. We're actually going to do a mixed grill tonight. We're probably gonna use all 3 sauces because we have them. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on
The Bistro.